insurance company isn't your biggest threat after a car accident. You are. The most damaging mistakes in a car accident claims don't come from the other driver or the insurance company. They come from the victim in the days and weeks after the crash, and most people have no idea until it's too late. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most common mistakes that quietly reduce the value of car accident claims in Virginia, so you know exactly what to avoid. Hi, I'm attorney Gray Broughton. We represent people across Virginia who've been injured through no fault of their own. We prepare every case as if it's going to trial, and we've helped clients recover millions of dollars after serious crashes and life-changing injuries. If you or someone you love has been hurt, contact us today at 804-507-5078. We're ready to fight for you. One of the hardest things we see in this work is genuinely strong case that has already been damaged before we ever get involved. Not by the accident, not by the other driver, but by a few honest mistakes made in the days before anyone called a lawyer. So here's what those mistakes are, so you don't make them. Point 1, delaying medical treatment. The single most damaging thing you can do after a car accident is wait before seeing the doctor. And I understand why people do it. Sometimes the pain doesn't feel that serious right away, or you think it'll go away on its own, or you're just trying to get back to your normal life as quickly as possible. But here's the problem. Insurance companies look at that gap between your accident and your first medical visit, and the longer that gap is, the easier it is for them to argue that your injuries weren't caused by the crash, or that they weren't serious enough to warrant compensation. So even if you feel okay, see a doctor as soon as possible after an accident and let them document everything, because that medical record is one of the most important pieces of your entire case. Point 2, talking to the insurance adjuster. Without a lawyer, this is the mistake that catches most people off guard, because the adjuster sounds so reasonable, so helpful, and so genuinely concerned about how you're doing. But what's actually happening is they're trained to ask you questions in a way that gets you to say something that they can use later against you. Something as simple as saying, "I'm doing okay," when they ask how you're feeling, can show up in your file as evidence that your injuries weren't that serious. You are not required to give a recorded statement to the other driver's insurance company, and in most cases, you should not do it without speaking to a lawyer first, because once those words are on the record, you can't take them back. Point 3, accepting the first settlement offer. When the insurance company comes to you quickly with a settlement offer, it can feel like a relief, especially if you're dealing with medical bills and missed work and the stress of everything that comes after an accident. But that first offer is almost never the fair one. Insurance companies make early offers precisely because they know you're vulnerable. They know you need the money, and they know you don't have a full picture of what your injuries will actually cost you long term. Once you sign that agreement, it's over. You cannot go back and ask for more, even if your condition gets worse. So before you accept anything, talk to a lawyer and make sure you understand the full value of what you're giving up. Point 4, posting on social media. This one surprises people, but it matters more than most realize. Insurance companies and their legal teams look at your social media, and anything you post after an accident can be used to contradict your injuries. A photo of you at a family event, a check-in at a restaurant, even something as innocent as a smiling picture can be taken out of context and used to argue that you weren't as hurt as you claimed. The safest thing to do is to stay off social media entirely while your case is active. And if you're not willing to do that, at the very least, don't post anything related to your physical activities, your mood, or anything that could be used to paint a different picture of how you're actually doing. If you've already made one of these mistakes, don't panic. Call us at 804-507-5078 or visit graybroughton.com, because depending on where you are in the process, there may still be a lot we can do to protect your case. And the best first step is a free conversation with our team. We don't get paid unless you win, so there's no risk in reaching out. And if you want to know not just what to avoid, but what you can actually do to increase the value of your settlement, watch our next video on how to increase your car accident settlement in Virginia, because there's more you can do than most people realize.